Don't chase, attract. What's meant for you will find its way to you. Denzel Washington Motivation. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Today, on Stoic in Your Life, we're uncovering a powerful shift, moving from chasing to attracting. Imagine a life where you're not exhausting yourself chasing people, opportunities, or dreams that seem just out of reach. Instead, the right things are drawn to you naturally. Sound impossible? It's not. With the right mindset, it's entirely achievable. Have you ever felt drained, always the one reaching out, chasing people or goals that seem to slip away? Here's the truth. Chasing stems from fear and scarcity, but attracting comes from confidence and abundance. When you stop chasing, you align with your true self, creating a magnetic pull. You become like a lighthouse, steady, confident, naturally drawing what's meant for you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." By embracing the shift, you open yourself up to receiving effortlessly. Ready to transform? Let's dive into the 12 principles to help you attract what's truly meant for you. 1. Let go of fear. Letting go of fear is a powerful step toward becoming a magnet for what's meant for you. Fear, after all, is a formidable blocker that prevents us from reaching our potential and building fulfilling connections. When we're guided by fear, be it fear of rejection, inadequacy, or failure, we make decisions rooted in insecurity and doubt, which often results in strained relationships, missed opportunities, and ultimately, a life of limitation. However, when we release ourselves from these anxieties, we free up mental and emotional space for authenticity, confidence, and courage, qualities that make us genuinely attractive and respected by others. "He who is not a slave to fear is truly free," said Epictetus, emphasizing that freedom from fear opens the path to meaningful experiences and authentic connections. When stepping into a relationship or situation where fear doesn't dictate your actions, instead you approach it with self-assurance and respect for both yourself and others. When we operate without fear, we project a calm, steady energy that others can't help but be drawn to. Fearless self-respect signals to others that you value yourself, and they, in turn, are more likely to treat you with the same respect and appreciation. Fear often shows up in relationships as the fear of rejection or being unworthy. This can lead us to overcompensate, cling to relationships, or chase those who don't reciprocate, ultimately pushing them further away. For instance, if you've ever found yourself constantly worrying about being left behind or undervalued in a relationship, you've likely noticed how that insecurity makes you act out of character. You may become overly accommodating, needy, or defensive, behaviors that can create the very outcomes you feared. Letting go of this fear allows you to stand in your truth and value yourself, which changes the relationship dynamic profoundly. When you come to a place of calm confidence, you attract people who genuinely resonate with your true self, leading to more stable, fulfilling connections. Moreover, releasing fear is essential to personal growth and achieving your ambitions. When we're held back by fear, we tend to avoid risks, play it safe, and stay within our comfort zones, robbing ourselves of the experiences that lead to real growth and fulfillment. Picture a life where you're unafraid to embrace challenges, where setbacks aren't seen as failures but as stepping stones toward your goals. When you're willing to take risks and face the unknown, people will notice this resilience and many will feel inspired by it. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, each fear you face transforms into a building block of strength and confidence, making you increasingly resilient and magnetic. So, how can you begin this journey of releasing fear? Start by confronting your fears honestly. Acknowledge them, analyze where they originate, and practice mindfulness to better understand how they've influenced your choices. Through self-reflection, identify specific fears that hinder your growth or cause you to compromise your values. Then, challenge these fears by asking yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? Often, the outcomes we dread aren't as severe as we imagine, and even when they are, They tend to teach valuable lessons. Replace your fearful thoughts with affirmations that encourage you to focus on the positives and your potential for success. Imagine someone facing the fear of public speaking. They might fear embarrassment, but by focusing on the benefits, confidence, skill building, and career advancement, they can begin to see it as a manageable challenge rather than an insurmountable obstacle. Another effective method is to surround yourself with people who encourage growth and positivity. This may mean distancing yourself from people or influences that fuel your fears and seeking out those who support and inspire you to become your best self. Engage in activities that build your confidence and demonstrate your strengths, like physical fitness, learning a new skill, or engaging in hobbies that bring you joy. The more you expose yourself to experiences that reinforce your competence, the easier it becomes to trust yourself and diminish your fears. As Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Remind yourself that fear is often a mental construct, one that loses its grip as we actively work on developing a grounded sense of confidence. Understand that letting go of fear is not an overnight process. It's a journey that strengthens with each small step. Each time you face a fear and move past it, you become less controlled by doubt and more aligned with courage. This alignment has a magnetic quality. People and opportunities are naturally drawn to those who project confidence and self-assuredness. By embracing this journey, you begin to radiate an inner strength that's attractive to the right people and conducive to the right experiences. Soon enough, you'll find yourself becoming a magnet for positivity, abundance, and joy. Cultivate this mindset daily by affirming, "I am a magnet," and envision the life you're drawing toward yourself as a result of your courage and resilience. This shift in thinking will not only transform your perspective, but also make you a beacon for the life that's meant to be yours. So step forward today, confident and fearless, ready to welcome all that's waiting to come into your life. 2. Visualize success. Now that we've discussed letting go of fear, it's time to dive into another transformative principle: visualizing success. Imagine yourself standing at the peak of a mountain. You're taking in a breathtaking view, feeling that wave of accomplishment after a tough journey filled with trials and challenges. That sense of fulfillment is exactly what visualization can bring into your life, acting as the mental foundation of the reality you wish to create. But make no mistake, visualization isn't some idle daydream. It's a focused, intentional practice that shapes your mind, directing your energy toward making your goals tangible. When you visualize your success, you're not just creating a mental picture. You're sketching out a blueprint for your actions, a guide to help you navigate your journey. Marcus Aurelius once wisely observed, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," meaning that our minds are colored and shaped by the images we hold. When you frequently visualize positive outcomes, you're essentially conditioning your mind to seek and seize the opportunities that align with that vision. Think about it in terms of your relationships. What kind of partner do you want to attract into your life? Someone who respects you, values your insights, shares in your joy, and supports your growth. By visualizing this relationship with clarity, imagining the way you'd interact, the mutual respect and joy you'd share, and the strong foundation you'd build, you start aligning your actions and decisions with that image. This practice encourages you to move toward what you desire, filtering out distractions and helping you see the people who truly fit your vision. This way, you're not just attracting anyone, you're attracting the right one. Visualization also applies powerfully to your personal and professional goals. Perhaps you're working toward a promotion, aiming to launch your own project, or striving to reach a particular milestone in your field. Picture yourself achieving that goal in detail. See yourself confidently presenting a big project, hear the positive feedback from your peers, and feel the satisfaction of knowing you've earned that promotion or hit that milestone. Visualization is like a mental rehearsal that prepares your mind and body for success. It builds your confidence and resilience, making you more capable when real opportunities come along. Athletes and successful leaders use visualization for exactly this reason. It helps them embody success before it happens, setting them up for a stronger, more prepared performance when the time comes. Think about the power this principle could have in your life. When you're focused on the positive vision of what you want to attract, you're more in tune with the right people and opportunities around you. It's not just about wishing for something, it's about creating an internal roadmap, a vision that fuels your actions and decisions. Visualization is about programming your mind to work toward the best outcomes with intention, not leaving things to mere chance or whim. And here's a practical tip. Take a few moments each day to picture what you want in a quiet, focused way. Ask yourself, what would my life look like if I achieved this? And hold that image with confidence and clarity. Over time, you'll notice your actions and decisions naturally gravitating toward making that image a reality. What is that one goal, relationship, or life change you'd like to manifest? Take a moment to create a vivid, compelling picture of it in your mind, letting it fill you with motivation. Just as a lighthouse guides ships through the dark, let this vision guide your actions with purpose and clarity. By embracing this practice, you're taking a powerful step from chasing to attracting. Remember, success isn't just about taking action. It's about taking the right action fueled by a clear, unyielding vision. Visualization doesn't just prepare you for success. It draws it closer, reminding you with every step that what's meant for you is already on its way. So keep this momentum going, layering these principles and letting each one deepen your commitment to living the life that's truly meant for you. With every day and every visualization, you're building a life aligned with your highest aspirations. Are you ready to take on this journey with confidence and purpose? Let's go forward with strength and trust in what's meant to come. 3. Embrace authenticity. Let's talk about something that's key to creating the life you're meant to live: embracing your authenticity. This isn't just another piece of feel-good advice. It's the very core of attracting what belongs to you. When you commit to being true to yourself, to showing up in your raw, genuine form, you unlock a unique energy that makes you magnetic to the right people, opportunities, and experiences. When you stand firm in your authentic self, you're not just being yourself. You're powerful, rooted, and grounded. In this state, you're no longer chasing approval or bending to meet expectations that don't align with who you truly are. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This is a reminder to stop worrying about fitting into someone else's idea of who you should be and instead, fully embody your true self. People are naturally drawn to authenticity. They can sense when someone is being real, and they find comfort and trust in that. In relationships, embracing authenticity is transformative. Imagine a relationship where you don't have to pretend or suppress parts of yourself to be accepted. When you're genuine about your needs, desires, and values, you invite deeper, more meaningful connections. Instead of trying to shape yourself into someone else's ideal, you stand firm in your truth, which might mean saying no more often, establishing boundaries, or even letting go of connections that aren't reciprocal. Yes, it might feel challenging to stand your ground, but what you gain in return is invaluable. Relationships rooted in mutual respect and true understanding. These are the connections that last, the ones where both people can grow together because they're based on honesty and genuine compatibility. Think about it. What would it feel like to attract people who not only accept but celebrate the real you? By being authentic, you give others permission to do the same, creating a space where real, lasting bonds can flourish. Authenticity isn't just a personal thing, it's essential in your professional life too. When you bring your unique strengths, ideas, and personality to the table, you stand out naturally. You're not trying to blend in or imitate others, which only dilutes your individuality. Instead, you're offering something memorable, your real self. This genuine energy is magnetic because it's rare in a world where many people are afraid to show their true selves. By staying authentic in your work, you attract opportunities that resonate with your values and allow you to grow in ways that feel meaningful. And yes, being real might mean taking some risks, like sharing an unconventional idea or standing by your principles. But these are the moves that set you apart and lead to growth and fulfillment. It's like the difference between walking through life with a mask versus walking with purpose. Which one sounds more fulfilling to you? As you move forward, remember that authenticity isn't just about showing up as you are. It's about being the best, unapologetic version of yourself. It's about recognizing that you don't need to chase validation or approval. Instead, you attract what's truly meant for you by being unwavering in your identity and values. By committing to this journey, you step into a life where you no longer chase but attract, drawing in real connections, meaningful work, and true joy. Say it with conviction. I am a magnet, and by being real, I draw real connections and opportunities into my life. This isn't just a mantra, it's a powerful reminder that authenticity is your strength, your guide, and your way to live with purpose. Now go forth and let your true self shine, and watch as the right people and paths are drawn to you effortlessly. 4. Cultivate an abundance mindset. Now let's dive into the power of mindset, because how you perceive the world directly impacts what you bring into your life. Cultivating an abundance mindset is about more than just seeing what you can gain. It's about deeply believing that there's plenty for everyone, including you. This mindset shifts you from a limited view, where you're constantly worried that opportunities are scarce or that success is something only a few can achieve, to a place where you trust that life has a constant flow of possibilities, all within reach. Think of it like a river that's always moving. If one opportunity floats by, another one is just downstream, ready to meet you when the time is right. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, captured this idea perfectly when he said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True abundance isn't about accumulating things or clinging to every opportunity. It's about recognizing that you already have access to everything you truly need. This perspective lets you release the need to grasp desperately, freeing you to attract what aligns with who you really are. In life, say you're in the job market, seeking a role that matches your experience and passion. If you approach this with a scarcity mindset, you may feel anxious, fearing that each interview is your only shot, and that if you don't get it, you're somehow lacking. This mentality can lead to stress, frustration, and even self-doubt, which can be counterproductive. But when you cultivate an abundance mindset, you know that the right position will present itself, and you're not dependent on any single opportunity to define your worth. You step into interviews with calm confidence, because you believe there are many roles where your skills can shine, and it's just a matter of finding the one that fits. This calm self-assurance not only enhances how you're perceived by potential employers, but also attracts roles that genuinely resonate with your values and abilities. An abundance mindset transforms you from a person in pursuit to one who draws the right opportunities. This shift also applies to relationships, finances, and every other aspect of life. When you view the world through a lens of abundance, you're no longer comparing yourself to others or feeling threatened by their successes. You're not holding back in your generosity, fearing there won't be enough left for you. Instead, you recognize that everyone's path is unique, and that another person's success doesn't detract from your potential. This perspective frees you from envy and competition, letting you genuinely celebrate others while knowing that your journey is equally rich and meaningful. By releasing scarcity-based thinking, you become a magnet for genuine connections and opportunities that complement your true self. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This wisdom reminds us that when we let go of constant craving, we find richness in the present, seeing opportunities and connections in places we might have overlooked. To bring this mindset into your life, start by practicing gratitude for what you already have. Each day, take a moment to acknowledge the abundance already around you, whether it's supportive relationships, professional skills, or simply a chance to keep growing and learning. This daily practice helps you shift from wanting to appreciating, cultivating a sense of fullness that naturally attracts more of what aligns with you. Remember, life's flow is generous, and there is always more than enough for you to live fully. So as you move forward, hold on to this. The more you embrace abundance, the more you open yourself to a life that truly reflects who you are. 5. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is far more than just a nice sentiment. It's a powerful, transformative practice that can shape your entire outlook on life. When you start each day with gratitude, you're not only uplifting your own spirit, but also setting a positive tone for what you attract into your life. Picture this. Instead of waking up and immediately worrying about what's missing or what you haven't achieved, you take a moment to appreciate what's already present. It could be as simple as gratitude for family, health, or even just the opportunity to face another day with a sense of purpose. This small shift in perspective can create a ripple effect that changes how you view yourself and your surroundings. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift from a mentality of lack to one of abundance, which directly influences what flows into your life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This reminder shows us that gratitude isn't about external rewards, but about reshaping our inner perspective. Think of two people you might know. One who constantly complains about life's challenges and setbacks, and another who, even in difficult times, finds something positive to acknowledge. Who would you naturally gravitate toward? The person who practices gratitude often radiates an energy that's magnetic and uplifting, while the one focused on complaints tends to repel positivity. When you practice gratitude, you're not only elevating your own energy, but also becoming someone others are drawn to. It's almost as if you're a magnet, pulling in more of what aligns with your appreciative spirit. The truth is, people and opportunities tend to gravitate toward those who can see value in the present rather than always yearning for more. This shift in focus doesn't mean you don't have ambitions or dreams. It just means you're not defined by what's missing. Instead, you're empowered by what's here, creating a grounded foundation from which you can build. Gratitude also has a powerful impact on mental resilience. Let's say you're facing a tough situation, a financial setback, a health challenge, or perhaps a strained relationship. Approaching these difficulties from a place of gratitude might seem counterintuitive at first, but by focusing on what you still have, support from loved ones, the strength to keep going, the lessons embedded in the struggle, you find yourself better equipped to handle life's curveballs. Rather than feeling defeated, you become resilient, rooted in a mindset that allows you to adapt and persevere. This isn't about ignoring problems, but about gaining the mental clarity to address them without being consumed by negativity. In the words of Seneca, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart," because gratitude doesn't just uplift, it builds inner strength. As you incorporate gratitude into your daily routine, think about specific ways to make it meaningful. Instead of vague affirmations, try listing 3 specific things each day that you appreciate. It could be a kind gesture from a friend, a moment of peace in your day, or even a lesson learned from a recent challenge. Each of these acknowledgments reinforces a mindset of abundance and empowers you to see opportunities even in the smallest details. This practice of daily gratitude is not just a feel-good exercise. It rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the positives in your life, making you more optimistic and open to new possibilities. With time, you'll notice that you naturally attract more of what you're grateful for because you're tuned into the good around you. As you go through your day, carry this question with you. What are 3 things I can be grateful for right now? By grounding yourself in appreciation, you'll find that life opens up in ways you may not have expected. Gratitude helps you not only embrace the present moment, but also to trust in the journey ahead. Remember, I am a magnet, attracting abundance through gratitude. This isn't just a statement. It's a guiding principle for a life that's rich, fulfilling, and full of meaning. Practicing gratitude daily keeps you focused on what truly matters, making you resilient in the face of challenges and naturally attracting more joy, peace, and prosperity into your life. Embrace this simple yet profound practice, and watch as your world begins to transform. 6. Embrace patience and trust the process. Patience, such a simple word, yet it's one of the most powerful principles to truly embrace when it comes to attracting what's meant for you. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, where we're conditioned to want everything now, it's easy to forget that some of the most meaningful things in life take time. When we talk about trusting the process, we're talking about understanding that each step, each delay, and even each setback is part of a greater journey that's leading you exactly where you're supposed to be. This doesn't mean passively waiting. Rather, it's about engaging fully in the present, doing the work, and allowing the pieces to fall into place in their own time. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, time discovers truth. This reminds us that sometimes it takes time for the right opportunities, people, and moments to reveal themselves. Are you willing to embrace patience even if it means letting go of control and trusting that things will happen when they're meant to? In our relationships, you may be searching for that perfect partner, someone who compliments you, challenges you, and brings joy into your life. Yet it feels like they're nowhere to be found, and you start wondering if they'll ever show up. Here's where patience comes into play. Instead of focusing on what's missing, imagine that this time of waiting is a period of growth, preparing both you and that future partner for a meaningful connection. Each moment you invest in becoming your best self, in understanding what you truly want, and in recognizing your own worth, is bringing you closer to that person. Patience in relationships isn't about waiting passively. It's about trusting that when the time is right, you'll meet someone who aligns with the person you've become. This principle applies just as powerfully in your career or personal ambitions. Perhaps you're working toward a promotion or striving to build something meaningful, yet the progress feels slow. You put in the effort, but the recognition or the breakthrough hasn't arrived. This is where trusting the process becomes essential. Instead of fixating on the result, focus on what you're gaining in the journey, the skills, the resilience, the deeper understanding of your field. Patience in your career doesn't mean you're complacent. It means you're allowing the process to shape you, confident that when the time is right, the opportunities will align with your readiness. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly, reinforcing that enduring rewards are rarely the result of rushing but rather the fruits of steady, patient effort. It's also important to remember that patience isn't just about waiting. It's about trusting that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if the circumstances aren't ideal. Maybe life has thrown a curveball, or you're facing challenges that feel overwhelming. Embracing patience means recognizing that setbacks are temporary and that they often come with hidden lessons. Sometimes the delays and difficulties are what ultimately prepare us for what we desire. They build resilience, teach us to adapt, and refine our understanding of what truly matters. When you trust the process, you're affirming that life has its rhythm and that everything you're working toward is on its way to you. As a wise proverb says, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Which reminds us that while patience may be difficult, the rewards are profound and lasting. So, the next time you find yourself feeling impatient or frustrated, take a deep breath and remember that you are a magnet, drawing everything you desire toward you in its perfect time. Remind yourself of the progress you've already made and the growth you're experiencing in the journey itself. By embracing patience, you're not just passively waiting, you're actively preparing, becoming someone who is ready to receive and appreciate what's meant to come. So, say it with me. I am a magnet, and everything I desire is coming to me in its own perfect timing. This isn't just an affirmation. It's a reminder that true fulfillment often arrives at a pace that allows you to fully grow into the person who can receive it. Embrace this principle of patience, trust the process, and watch as life unfolds in beautiful, unexpected ways that bring you closer to the life that's truly meant for you. 7. Serve others. Now let's discuss one of the most powerful principles for attracting the life you're meant to have: serving others. True success in life isn't only about what you gain, but also about what you give. When you live a life rooted in service, helping others without expecting anything in return, you elevate your energy, making yourself a magnet for positivity and connection. People are naturally drawn to those who serve with sincerity and openness, and the acts of kindness, whether small or large, create ripples that extend far beyond the initial moment. If you're a leader, look for ways to genuinely support your team. If you're a friend, practice active listening and be present. If you're a stranger, extend a helping hand without a second thought. Service creates a cycle of goodness, and by giving to others, you inevitably attract more back into your life. Mahatma Gandhi put it perfectly: the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. This isn't just philosophy, it's a principle that grounds you, strengthens your connections, and builds a life rooted in meaning. Think about how small acts of kindness can leave a lasting impression. Imagine holding the door open for someone who's struggling, or offering genuine advice to a friend without expecting anything in return. These moments may seem simple, but they're part of a larger cycle of compassion and generosity that often returns to us in ways we don't expect. When you serve others, you're not only enriching their lives but also nourishing your own spirit. This attitude of selfless giving attracts people who value kindness and integrity, and it creates bonds based on respect and genuine care. Take it further. Consider how service can look in different areas of your life. As a family member, showing up consistently and supporting loved ones builds relationships grounded in trust. At work, going beyond your responsibilities to support colleagues fosters a team environment where everyone can succeed. Even with strangers, a single kind gesture can make a profound difference. By serving others with an open heart, you're participating in a cycle of positive energy that comes back to you in meaningful ways. Service is also a path to self-discovery and growth. In serving others, we often uncover strengths and capabilities we didn't know we had. It might be as simple as realizing you're a better listener than you thought, or discovering that you have a gift for comforting others during tough times. Each act of service strengthens your sense of purpose and fulfillment, creating a life that's rich not just in material success, but in emotional and spiritual abundance. When we lose ourselves in helping others, we find a deeper sense of who we truly are. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." This reflects how our actions, especially those grounded in kindness and service, leave a lasting impact. Through service, we become people of substance, and that energy naturally attracts others who resonate with similar values and purpose. When you commit to a life of service, you're actively nurturing a mindset that says, "I am here to contribute," and that mentality is powerfully magnetic. Say it with me. I am a magnet, and by lifting others, I lift myself. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a reminder that the energy you give is the energy you attract. When you make serving others a core part of your life, you'll find that you attract people, opportunities, and experiences that align with the generosity you put into the world. As we conclude this journey together, remember the foundation of everything we've discussed. I am a magnet. I attract everything meant for me with grace and ease. Keep this thought close as you move forward. Let it ground your actions and remind you of the power you hold in creating a life filled with purpose, connection, and fulfillment. Your life is your masterpiece, and by living these principles fully, you're actively painting the life you envision. Embrace each principle we've covered, live them with intention, and watch as the path unfolds before you. You have everything within you to become a true magnet for what you seek, simply by aligning your heart, energy, and actions with what's right for you. And as we wrap up, I encourage you to share this wisdom with others who may need it, because service extends beyond yourself. 8. Embrace uplifting moments. Life is a mosaic of moments, and learning to embrace the uplifting ones can transform everything. Living isn't just about getting by. It's about allowing yourself to thrive by focusing on the positive experiences that uplift your spirit and fuel your outlook. Think back to a time when you felt truly alive and inspired, maybe during a heartfelt conversation that made you feel valued, a peaceful walk through nature that recharged you, or even a kind gesture from a stranger that warmed your heart. How did those moments make you feel? They carry a unique power that can shift your entire perspective. When we actively recognize and savor these experiences, we allow them to become a part of our everyday lives, boosting our energy and making us magnets for more positivity. Marcus Aurelius said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." This isn't just about poetic appreciation. It's about understanding that by focusing on what's good, we light ourselves up from within and attract even more goodness our way. In relationships, embracing these uplifting moments can be transformative. Relationships naturally come with their ups and downs, but when you choose to focus on the beautiful, meaningful time shared together, it strengthens the bond. Instead of dwelling on disagreements or misunderstandings, place more weight on the joys, the laughter, and the little victories you share. If you've had a wonderful day with your partner, let them know how much you value that time. This approach not only keeps positivity at the forefront, but also builds resilience in the relationship. Each joyful moment becomes a foundation stone of trust, love, and respect, making it easier to weather challenges together. These uplifting moments are just as crucial in your journey of personal growth. Every achievement, no matter how small, is a milestone on the path to becoming your best self. Think about the last time you received positive feedback at work or completed a project you're proud of. Instead of brushing it off, take a moment to let it sink in and fuel your sense of accomplishment. Recognize that each success, big or small, is proof of your progress and potential. As Seneca wisely put it, "The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach." By acknowledging these moments, you build a store of personal treasures that ground you, remind you of your abilities, and inspire you to reach further. When you own these achievements, you're not only boosting your confidence but also reinforcing a mindset of abundance that naturally attracts more opportunities. To make this principle truly effective, practice mindfulness and gratitude. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on 3 things that went well. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, training yourself to recognize the good even on challenging days. Try surrounding yourself with activities and people who uplift you, whether that means a quiet walk in nature, a good book, or a conversation with friends who inspire you. These uplifting moments radiate warmth, and this energy naturally attracts others, creating a positive cycle that benefits everyone around you. It's like lighting a candle that not only brightens your path, but also illuminates those around you. Remind yourself often, "I am a magnet." The more you appreciate the good around you, the more you draw even better things into your life. Embrace the joy in life's small victories, and you'll see how they start to multiply, creating a life filled with purpose, positivity, and genuine fulfillment. As you move forward, hold this awareness close to your heart. The simple act of savoring life's uplifting moments builds a foundation that attracts abundance, resilience, and joy. Embrace each positive experience fully, and watch how it becomes a guiding force, helping you grow, connect, and attract all that's meant for you. Remember, these moments are not fleeting. They are the building blocks of a life lived well. So, celebrate them, cherish them, and let them guide you toward an ever brighter future. 9. Stay true to yourself. Staying true to yourself is one of the most powerful principles for attracting a life that aligns with who you are, creating a foundation as solid as rock. Living authentically means standing firm in your values and beliefs, acting from your core and refusing to settle for anything that doesn't resonate with your soul. Imagine your life as a house. When you build it on the solid foundation of self-integrity, it withstands the storms, and others are drawn to the strength of its foundation. This authenticity, This commitment to who you genuinely are is magnetic. In relationships, this truthfulness forms the basis for trust and respect. Real connections thrive on honesty, not pretense or performance. When you allow yourself to show up as you are, your quirks, your interests, your dreams, you give others the courage to do the same, creating a bond that's rich and lasting. Think of a time you met someone who was unapologetically themselves. Didn't it feel refreshing? That energy is attractive because it feels real, and it allows others to feel safe in their own authenticity too. In every interaction, from family to friendships to romantic connections, this principle of being true to yourself is essential. Ask yourself, what parts of me do I hold back? By letting go of masks and allowing yourself to be fully seen, you open doors to deeper, more genuine connections. If you meet someone new, instead of trying to be who you think they want, reveal who you actually are. Share your real interests, passions, and ideas. It's surprising how quickly this honesty attracts the right people and weeds out those who aren't aligned with you, creating connections based on respect rather than expectation. In the words of Epictetus, know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly. This wisdom teaches us that we must first understand ourselves and then live out that understanding proudly. Being true to yourself doesn't just apply to personal relationships, it's equally crucial in your career. Consider what happens when someone takes a job that doesn't match their skills or values simply for the paycheck. Over time, the misalignment leads to stress, burnout, and even dissatisfaction. But when you pursue work that aligns with your authentic interests, you bring genuine enthusiasm, creativity, and resilience, leading naturally to fulfillment and even greater success. It's like the difference between pushing a boulder uphill and flowing with the river. When your work aligns with who you are, you're not fighting against yourself but rather working in harmony with your strengths. This sense of alignment translates into higher energy and commitment, which makes you a valuable asset in any workplace. Living authentically also requires setting boundaries and honoring your own needs. This might mean saying no when you feel pressured to compromise or standing by decisions that honor your well-being, even when it's challenging. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about respecting your space and allowing others to understand and respect it too. Often, we fear that being firm in our boundaries will push others away. But in truth, the opposite happens. People are drawn to those who know themselves and aren't afraid to protect their peace. This is about cultivating an environment in which you can thrive without sacrificing your principles. As you build a life that aligns with your values, you become a beacon of integrity, drawing in people who respect and appreciate you for who you truly are. To fully embrace this principle, start with introspection. Take time to explore your core values, goals, and beliefs, writing them down as a guide for making decisions and setting boundaries. Reflect regularly on whether your actions align with these values. Seek out places and people who welcome you as you are, where you feel free to express yourself without judgment. And remember, being true to yourself isn't about perfection. It's about embracing both your strengths and flaws, understanding that your uniqueness is what makes you valuable. We're often our own harshest critics, but when you start to honor your own journey, you invite others to do the same. When you stand in your truth, there's no need to chase approval or validation. What's meant for you will come naturally. Shine brightly as the real you, and the world will take notice. This journey of embracing authenticity may not always be easy, but it's one of the most liberating paths you can take. It's about freeing yourself from expectations and building a life that reflects the truest version of you. And as you do, you'll find that the life you've been seeking finds its way. 10. Practice patience and trust the process. Patience. It's not easy, especially in a world that moves faster every day, but it's one of the most powerful traits you can cultivate if you want to attract what's meant for you. Think of patience as a seed you plant in a garden. You wouldn't expect that seed to grow overnight. Just as nature takes time to bring a seed into full bloom, so do our relationships, personal growth, and career goals. Each step you take is a part of a larger picture, one that reveals itself slowly but with a purpose. Practicing patience and trusting the process allows you to appreciate every stage, understanding that while results may not be immediate, they are steadily forming. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Embracing patience lets you align with this natural flow, trusting that life has a timing of its own. Let's start with relationships. Deep, meaningful connections require time to build. In a new relationship, for instance, it's tempting to rush toward commitment or force understanding, but true intimacy and trust develop gradually. If you let things unfold naturally, you'll discover the joy of getting to know someone on a deeper level, without the pressure of expectations. This approach to relationships is about creating a foundation that's sturdy and genuine, rather than one built on urgency or need. Patience allows you to see a person's real character and to build a bond based on understanding rather than superficial attraction. This principle applies just as much to personal and professional growth. If you're pursuing a long-term goal, whether it's a career milestone, a creative project, or self-improvement, patience is your ally. Impatience can derail you, leading to frustration or discouragement. But by trusting each step as part of a larger journey, you're able to stay focused, knowing that progress may be slow but is nonetheless real. Imagine building a house. You wouldn't expect to go from laying the foundation to completing the roof in a day. Each layer requires time and attention. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Patience is that mastery. It's the freedom to stay grounded in the present moment, recognizing that everything you're working toward is unfolding, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Building patience is an active practice, and mindfulness is key. By staying present, you reduce the impulse to rush, allowing yourself to be fully engaged in each moment. Break your big goals down into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrate each one along the way. This approach gives you a steady stream of progress to acknowledge, reinforcing that you're moving forward. Let go of the need for immediate results. Instead, stay grounded in the belief that each action is moving you closer to what's meant for you. This doesn't mean passively waiting, but actively engaging in the process without being consumed by the outcome. When you release the need to control every detail, you free yourself to enjoy the journey. The right things come not by forcing them, but by being in harmony with life's natural timing. In moments when you feel rushed or frustrated, and see if there's an opportunity to slow down and trust that everything will unfold as it should. This mindset doesn't eliminate challenges, but it gives you the resilience to meet them calmly. With patience, you align yourself with the flow of life, creating a steady, unhurried energy that draws the right people, opportunities, and experiences to you. Trust the process, and let this sense of inner peace guide you. Patience is a quiet confidence, a belief that things are aligning even if you can't see the full picture yet. Embrace this patience, and watch as the things meant for you come into your life in their own perfect timing. 11. Set clear intentions. Setting clear intentions is like creating a map for your life. Imagine trying to navigate a road trip with no destination. You'd end up wandering aimlessly, unsure of where you're headed. That's exactly what life is like without clear intentions. When you define what you want and understand why you want it, you channel your energy and focus toward attracting experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your vision. Intentions act like a magnet, drawing in the things that resonate with who you are and what you value. If you're looking to build a relationship rooted in mutual respect and growth, for example, get specific about what that looks like. Think about the qualities you value in a partner, the shared experiences you hope to create, and the principles that matter to you. This clarity doesn't just help you understand what you want, it also gives you the confidence and purpose to navigate relationships with an open heart and a focused mind. Seneca once said, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." Without a clear destination, it's easy to get distracted or lost along the way. Intentions aren't limited to personal relationships. They're essential in every area of life, including your career and personal growth. Suppose you're aiming for a promotion or considering a career shift. Setting a clear intention involves knowing what drives you, what fulfills you, and what impact you want to make. When you're clear on these factors, your actions naturally align with your goals. Instead of simply aiming to move up, you're targeting roles that excite you, foster your strengths, and reflect your core values. This alignment acts as a compass, helping you stay on course even when challenges arise. Intentions give you direction, guiding your steps and building momentum. Setting intentions goes beyond writing down goals. It's about diving deeply into what you're truly after. Start by dedicating time to explore your values, passions, and long-term vision. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want to achieve? Or who do I want to be in this next chapter of my life? The answers to these questions are the building blocks of your intentions. In your journal, avoid vague statements like, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. Instead, get specific. Maybe success for you means advancing a particular skill, building a supportive network, or dedicating time each week to creative pursuits. Happiness could look like prioritizing family time, practicing daily gratitude, or working toward a balanced lifestyle. These concrete intentions help ground you, providing a foundation that you can return to when life's distractions inevitably try to pull you off course. Visualization is a powerful tool to reinforce your intentions. Spend a few moments each day imagining yourself living out your intentions as though they've already come to pass. Visualize the satisfaction of a job well done, the peace that comes from being surrounded by supportive relationships, or the joy of personal achievements. Visualization helps align not only your actions, but also your subconscious with the life you're working toward. It keeps you motivated, steady, and focused, especially when obstacles arise. By nurturing this mental picture, you're programming yourself to take consistent steps toward the life you envision, grounding yourself in your goals even when the path seems unclear. However, life is rarely straightforward, and flexibility is just as important as focus. There will be times when setbacks happen, when things don't go as planned, or when you need to reassess your goals. Clear intentions aren't rigid, they're adaptable. If circumstances change, allow yourself to adjust your intentions while staying authentic to your core values. This adaptability doesn't weaken your purpose, it strengthens it, allowing you to grow and evolve with intention. Life is an ever-shifting landscape, and by staying true to your values, you can navigate it without losing sight of your destination. Flexibility allows you to recalibrate when needed, ensuring that each step forward remains meaningful. Their support isn't just encouraging, it keeps you grounded, acting as an anchor when you face doubt or distractions. Having people who believe in you reinforces your commitment, and their encouragement becomes a part of your journey toward success. They're the ones who help you stay focused, the ones who remind you why you started when challenges come your way. Setting clear intentions is more than just a motivational exercise. It's a powerful way to take charge of your life. When you're intentional about your actions, you align yourself with the people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you. Remind yourself, I am a magnet. By embodying this mindset, you attract what aligns with your purpose, creating a life that feels focused, fulfilling, and genuinely your own. To make this practice a part of your life, write down your intentions regularly, review them daily or weekly, and reflect on whether your actions align with what you want to attract. This focus acts as a magnet, drawing you toward your goals. When intentions are clear, they become a guiding force, helping you move forward with confidence and purpose, drawing the life you desire closer with each step you take. 12. Cultivating self-love and self-worth. Now let's delve into one of the most vital principles, cultivating self-love and self-worth. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, truly looking at the person before you, and feeling a deep, unwavering sense of pride, respect, and love. Self-love isn't just a luxury, it's a fundamental need. It's about recognizing the unique qualities, talents, and even the scars that make you who you are. This isn't about arrogance or ego, but about setting a high standard for how you deserve to be treated, both by yourself and by others. As Epictetus wisely said, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. When you truly embrace your worth, you send a clear message to the world about how you expect to be valued. Think about it. When you respect and appreciate yourself, you naturally draw in people and opportunities that mirror that respect. Self-worth shapes your relationships. If you're constantly seeking validation, you might end up in situations where you feel undervalued or even taken for granted. But when you cultivate a healthy sense of self-love, you'll find that you attract relationships built on mutual respect, honor, and admiration. Self-love also profoundly impacts your professional life. When you believe in your worth, you're less likely to settle for roles, tasks, or opportunities that don't align with your true potential. You're motivated to pursue paths that resonate with your skills and ambitions, which naturally leads to success, fulfillment, and growth. Confidence becomes magnetic. It draws opportunities that reflect the standards you've set for yourself. So ask yourself, how does valuing myself influence the career decisions I make? When you see yourself as worthy of success, you're more likely to chase goals that push you toward your highest potential, and this pursuit creates a ripple effect, bringing success and satisfaction into all areas of your life. If you're wondering how to begin this journey, start with self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you'd show a close friend. Acknowledge your achievements, big and small, and forgive yourself for any stumbles along the way. Remember, we are all works in progress. Self-love means recognizing that growth is a process and that imperfection is a natural part of being human. Engage in activities that nourish your soul, whether it's a hobby, a walk in nature, or moments of stillness. These acts of self-care recharge you, affirm your worth, and give you the resilience to keep moving forward. Positive influences are also essential on this path. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, encourage your growth, and respect your journey. When you're in the company of those who see your value, it reinforces your own self-worth and inspires you to keep striving. Think of a friend or mentor who uplifts you. How do they make you feel? That's the energy you want around you. Relationships should be supportive, not draining, so prioritize connections that lift you up rather than those that pull you down. Remember, the people you allow into your life have a significant impact on how you see yourself, so choose wisely. Affirmations are another powerful tool for building self-love and self-worth. Daily, remind yourself of your intrinsic value. Simple statements like, I am enough, I deserve happiness, or I am worthy of love are more than just words. They're seeds you plant in your mind. By consistently affirming your worth, you cultivate a mindset that fosters confidence, resilience, and a deep sense of inner peace. These affirmations gradually shift your subconscious beliefs, reinforcing the truth of your worth and helping you navigate life with a sense of self-assurance that is unshakable. Reflecting on your accomplishments is equally important. Keep a journal of your successes, however small they may seem. Each entry is a reminder of your journey, your resilience, and your growth. This habit doesn't just keep you grounded in your self-worth, it also provides a source of motivation on challenging days. Every time you look back at these notes, you're reminded of how far you've come, of the strength and perseverance that have brought you to where you are. Over time, this journal becomes a testament to your journey, one that reinforces your belief in your capabilities and potential. To truly embody self-love, recognize that you are your own best friend, your own greatest advocate. When you start from a place of love and respect for yourself, everything else aligns accordingly. Remind yourself often, I am a magnet. By cultivating self-love and self-worth, you attract people and experiences that reflect your value, building a life that feels authentic, fulfilling, and deeply aligned with who you are. Take this principle to heart, because the more you love and value yourself, the more you draw in relationships, opportunities, and moments that affirm that worth. This journey isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about continually nurturing a foundation of self-respect and self-care that supports every step you take forward. Embrace the journey, keep growing, and remember that you are worthy of every bit of love, respect, and success that comes your way. Friends, as you carry these principles forward, remember that each one is a stepping stone toward a life filled with purpose, confidence, and genuine connection. By practicing self-love, embracing authenticity, and trusting the process, you're transforming into a magnet for the right people, opportunities, and experiences that will enrich your journey. This isn't about forcing outcomes or trying to fit a mold. It's about becoming your truest, most resilient self, someone who naturally draws in what aligns with their values and dreams. Take a moment to reflect on which principle resonates most with you, and start there. As you move forward, remind yourself daily, I am a magnet. Make it your mantra, and let it guide your actions and decisions with strength and intention. I'd love to hear from you. What principle are you excited to start applying? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue this journey together. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights on living with purpose and authenticity. Remember, the life meant for you is already within reach. All it takes is embracing these principles and letting them lead you forward.